We've discussed this week and at great lengths on the show how states are not only allowing these child labor violations to go unchecked, they're also expanding upon them. And this is happening in GOP-dominated legislatures as if they don't give a damn about the kids. And they are showing very, very clearly that they don't give a damn about the children because they are expanding opportunities for companies to exploit child labor, which makes me question the voters in those states. Maybe certainly they didn't know that their elected officials would engage in this type of behavior, but now that you know, there needs to be some repercussions and consequences for members of any legislature in the United States of America, taking us back to a time where children were not protected. And just 2 days ago, we covered a story about a dangerous federal bill. This right here, this March, a bill was reintroduced in the United States House and Senate that would allow 16 and 17-year-olds to work in certain mechanized operations in the logging industry under parental supervision. What in the unholy hell? Timber industry groups have strongly backed this legislation. What in the unholy hell? I mean, that's all that we can say about this. And logging is statistically one of the most dangerous professions in the United States of America, with a fatal injury rate of 70 per 100,000 workers. And we're talking about grown folks here primarily. And a reminder of the states that have rolled back child labor laws. 12 states passed laws rolling back child labor protections, and that is Arkansas, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, my home state of Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. And you see Arkansas at the top of the list because they've got a governor by the name of Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and this chick has recently led the charge in rolling back these laws, and I mean the laws that protect children. Sarah Huckabee Sanders thinks child labor laws have been working a little too well, which makes what she said in June of last year especially more hypocritical and scary. Watch.
We will make sure that when a kid is in the womb, they're as safe as they are in a classroom, the workplace, a nursing home.
Unbelievable. So they talk this stuff. They talk about Big Wise being pro-life. They are pro-birth. They don't give a damn about these children as being illustrated by these 12 states and growing that have passed these laws. The crazy elected officials, and I'm calling them crazy because that's what you gotta be to roll back child labor protections, who have introduced that bill both in the United States Senate and the United States House. They talk about being pro-life. Meanwhile, back in hoods where people are misunderstood, whether they're rural hoods, urban hoods, or suburban hoods, they not paying the mamas and the daddies of these children enough money to be able to provide for them. Shame on the GOP all over this country for letting this stand. And if you are not one of the GOP members that believe that children's protection should be rolled back, you need to stand up and be accounted for, because any country that cannot protect its children and its elders cannot call itself civilized by any stretch of the imagination. But welcome to the 21st century, 2023 America. Your thoughts, Waz?
Yeah, I mean, their whole ethos is always you're on your own. And so this idea that they want people, they're so pro-life and they want to protect children and all of that, except for the second that they step foot into our country. And so I'm not surprised that they're consistent on that end. They don't want to feed kids. They don't want to put them in schools with resources. They want to see them start working at 9 in places like Burger King and McDonald's. They're pretty consistent in their callousness as far as their policies are for children of America.
And they keep getting elected, so which makes me think of the Michael Jackson song. I'm looking at the man, and let me throw in the woman, the man and the woman in the mirror. That is what needs to happen in this country. Shame on us for allowing this to happen to the babies of this country.